So welcome to Bilko and Brenny's podcast number 3. I'm Bilko.
I'm Brenny.
And we address the obvious first of all, mate.
What's that? New camera, eh? A lot of feedback about no wanting to see the back of heats, etc. So we've hopefully sorted that out.
We've certainly got, I could do with some new hair there, mate, I think, coming in there, man, as well. Need to get a new floor as well, man, honestly, it's snowballing. So, yeah, well, I think we'll just get crack right into it, mate. Aye, so
get going. We've been introducing the brewer.
Aye, it's Deya Brewery. And fantastic website now. Bold claims, wasn't there, coming from some people about this being arguably the finest brewery in the UK right now.
Yes.
I think we'll decide that, won't we? So yeah, let's have a look at the brewery. We're going to go with Tappy Pils to start with, but let's just find a wee bit about the brewery. So it's deyabrewing.com is the website. It's quite snazzy and they've got a huge amount of selection on here. You can tell that straight away. And already I have lost where we are, mate. I'm looking for the bit about them. Have you got it?
It's not.
No, right, let's have a look. Here we go.
There we go.
So Theo founded Deya in 2015, having become obsessed with American beer and beer culture through home brewing and some work experience at local breweries. Theo's pursued a career as a brewer, starting with a Masters of Brewing and Distilling at Heriot-Watt. Oh, good stuff. Having completed his degree in internship. Anyway, that's all about Theo. Listen, let's just move that on. They're basically setting out to brew the most delicious beer they possibly could and create a destination tap room as well. One thing I was delighted to notice was obviously it was based in Cheltenham. Couldn't believe it, man.
Gold Cup.
Aye, one of my favourite places. So yeah, it tells you there's a nice wee evolution about how it's evolved on the website, but if you want to read on that, just go into deyabrewing.com about. But listen, let's cut to the chase, man. We'll put some visuals up as we go along, so you'll get pictures of the beer. So the first one is Deya Tappy Pils.
And I'm looking forward to that. After the day I've had, it's been a monsoon day in Glasgow today. It's my third soaking of the day coming to visit you, Bilko.
Are you a wee bit drookit, mate?
A wee bit drookit. So I'm looking to get my palate drowned.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's Scottish summer, isn't it?
Scottish summer. We're waterproofs.
Yeah.
It's
Very
still
cool.
the way to go.
I've been practising the pour, and it's still a wee bit fizzy. Let's have a look.
Yes.
Now, I've been having a few pilsners myself, as you know, recently. With the weather being a bit hot, I'm finding these ones to be quite refreshing. So, cheers, mate.
Cheers.
That's nice. That is
Nice and
lovely.
crisp.
Oh man, that is invigorating, man. That's a belter.
Very nice.
Aye,
Initial taste anyway. It's certainly hitting the spot with the hoppy malt character.
Just looking at the website here, it's available obviously at your local pubs. Your
Very Germany. That's lovely.
It's so crisp is exactly the
Yep.
word to describe it. It's actually the first description. A crisp hoppy lager with bready malt character and a long bitter finish. They utilise fresh sapphire and Herzbrucker hops for snappy noble German hop character and honour time, tradition and patience to create a beautiful, clean pils. Enjoy.
Certainly that. That is certainly that. That's lovely.
It's a wee bit different for the other pils I've been having. And don't get me wrong, this is it's £18 for 6. Obviously you're paying a wee bit extra, I suppose. I really like that, man. I could sit that. That's a summery. I could definitely drink this all day. I can tell that straight away.
It's a sesh, sorry. It's a sesh, isn't it?
4.4%. I'm just looking here as well, and I believe this was their first ever beer.
Really?
Aye, I believe
Which,
it was.
from my chatting to certain brewers, I believe that doing a good pils lager style beer is one of the hardest things you can do in the brewing game. So hats off to them for that, because it's certainly a lovely beer.
It is, man. It's a wee bit cloudy. Don't know if that's compared to the other ones I've been trying recently.
With the hops and the malt, it's certainly lovely. Certainly. Cracking the night off well.
I think
just what I needed.
Aye, mate.
Just what I needed after the day I've had.
Mate.
Soaked at 6 o'clock this morning. Soaked at 4 o'clock getting home. Soaked at 6 o'clock coming up here.
Are you jogging or cycling?
Man, I'm cycling and walk. But I get the train up here, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. It was alright. It was alright. Yeah, so managed to just when I seen your request to the shops, I was like, oh, you're chancer.
I know, man.
Chancer.
Took one name.
But fairness, it wasn't far away.
It wasn't, mate.
You've got to see a wee bit more of your local area as well.
Yeah, it's
I found my way through the lovely Residents Association garden.
Exactly, Poppy Lane. It's very nice, isn't it?
It's very nice. It's very nice.
I get a wee picture if you're doing there. It's surrounded by the poppies if you want, big man.
I'm doing one. You know that.
Aye, it's good. That's good. The Poppy Lane is a good thing.
It's nice for the residents. It's very smart. And it's a nice wee shortcut to get here because I had visions of it having to walk all the way round and all the way back round, so it was no bad.
I was going to tell you to go the long way actually, but I did.
I've got a natural radar, got a natural inbuilt, what do you call that?
I don't know, man, you just know when I was going to BS you probably. What it was, but cheers for going to the shop for us, mate, much appreciated.
No bother.
Mate, I'm good to score this. Mate, it's a high standard with what we've had on previously. And again, I'm going to try and be consistent in my scoring again. As I say, I'll do my own scores as well, as usual, mate, if that's alright.
That's of course.
So would you buy it again? Aye, absolutely. 100%. Session, yes.
Yes.
Perfectly.
I would love a session on that, to be honest.
Aye,
I would love to session that right now.
So would I actually, man. Should I got another 5 of these? Right, so score-wise, let's see. Now, with the previous polls, I've been expecting a lot for this, obviously with the bold claim for our man there.
Have you reviewed any polls on this?
We did the Callista, which was a freebie.
Overtone Callista, how could I forget? That was a bagger.
Apparently we're responsible for that flying out of the shit.
That's nice to hear.
That's good to hear that. So, bear in mind, I think I gave that a 6.75, and I was probably harsh on the time. I'm actually going to open up now with a solid. I'm going to give that a 7.5, mate.
That's bold for you.
That is, mate.
That is very bold for you.
Very bold.
Would I buy it again? That's an absolute definite. Would I session it? I would love to session it right away. Don't know if that's an indicator of the day I've had or whether I'm just just enjoying it that much. I think it is that I'm just enjoying it that much. It's a lovely drop. It does exactly what you want it to do for your pills. Lovely crisp, wee bit hoppy, malt finish to it. Absolutely banging beer. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10, good stuff, mate. So that was Tappy Pills. Tappy Pills for Deya Brewing. Yeah. Now, what I will say as well, mate, obviously we're looking for as much interaction as possible, aren't we? Yes. Whether it be, I notice there's a few, I mean, I'm trying to work out who these people are in the comments, but their names. Roland Sausage, don't know who that is, I think that might be a big deal. Don't know who it is, but I could be wrong. If you're not, Del, I'm sorry, Roland Sausage, but then... I'm sure there's some, I'm sure Ramey, or Pal Ramey, remember we used to play football with, I think Ramey's going on an alter ego that he says his kids changed his name on his YouTube account, so he's an alter ego for definite. There's a few alter egos that I'm sure they probably know at some point, but we're not quite up to speed with who everybody is yet. I know, but it's been really nice to get some interaction and talk to folk, on Twitter especially. I'll apologise for maybe not being as active on it because I'm clueless. I'm going to be freely admit this. I've got a full-time job which I was at today, and you get pinged all sorts of notifications that come through, and then you know yourself, you end up forgetting that you've... So you're in the middle of a shift. You're getting pinged all these notifications that you can't actually do. Your smartwatch is going crazy, and then I'm going to be freely admit it that I'm absolutely hopeless with social media. So I was just getting my head around Facebook, and then somebody introduced me to Twitter, and then from Twitter I've been telling about Instagram, and I think we're still behind the curve. We're well behind the curve, man. We've just got to accept we're getting old, mate. We've just got to accept we're getting old. But we will get up to speed with it. We will get up to speed with it. Now, I'll give you a shout out to Michael Feely for the feedback you gave us. Listen, mate, you've no good as the feedback. See if you disagree with what he said about the whip, man. It's absolutely fine. It's all about... Stuck in. Absolutely. Remember, we're sharing a can or no drinking a full one, because I think Bruce on Copenhagen made the point that he liked it. It was a nice sour, but I think he made the point that it's just not for him, like a full can of it. Which I can understand. that. Because it is a taste sensation. But I mean, it's no something I think we said we're only going to session it. So,
So,
fire in, give us your feedback whenever you want.
yeah, so that was a Tappy Pils. That's an all-round good beer, I think.
Brilliant beer. Great start to the evening. So beer number 2 for Deya is Something Good, and I think this is Series 6. Something Good 6, is it? Aye, Something Good 6. And it appears to be a rotating IPA series where they're exploring new ingredients, techniques and processes with the hope of hitting on something good. Enjoy. Lovely can, actually.
That's a
Lovely
brilliant can. It's like De La Soul, isn't it?
There is a bit of something good about it. Pink crocodiles, green crocodiles. Hey, what's not you like?
It's a
What's
great
not
can.
you like?
It's like
So,
3 feet high and rising, that reminds
It's
me.
6.2% IPA and is orange, pink grapefruit and lemon zest. Dried hop with Sabro, Montuca and lemon drop. Aye.
I'm looking forward to this one.
I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to every beer, to be
Aye,
honest,
so
but now that we've had the pills out of it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Palate's been cleansed.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fruity. I'm liking that. It's doing exactly what it says. You can taste the pink grapefruit in it right away.
Aye. That's really, really smooth, isn't it?
That's lovely. The lemon zest coming through just at after the initial. Not getting much orange after you, but I'm
really?
getting that there.
It definitely comes on. It comes on that orange, just the kind of ping the aftertaste after it. Oh, you see, this must be one, as they say, they're just kind of throwing a lot of stuff at this, aren't they, and hoping to come up with.
That's good. Hitting the spot with it.
That's
Hitting
good.
the spot with it. I mean, 6.2%, and you wouldn't even guess that strength in that.
Oh man, we've discussed
The
this
lemon,
before.
the lemon zest. The lemon zest's really just gentle, but it takes you away from the. It doesn't feel overly hot, but it's lovely.
I really like that. See, the orange actually comes through a lot in between tastes, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's kind of just creeps up for you and then just gives you the wee orange. Obviously with the grapefruit on there, just kind of masking the strength. I have learned over the last couple of weeks that sometimes these do creep up on you, but with the percentages. But it's all disguised. Oh, that's really, really nice. I was expecting it to be, just with the grapefruit, I was expecting it to be a lot more kind of citric, but it's
a nice balance. It's a really nice balance. Definitely nice balance there.
It's a thirst. Aye, cheers, mate. It's a real thirst quencher, that one. Oh, love it. Oh, brilliant, mate. Oh, brilliant, man. Brilliant. That's what you need after a kind of long day at the office, innit?
You've been working for him for the last 18 weeks. Talking about long day at the office. So you getting soaked 3 times in a day coming to do your review of beers.
Listen, mate, you're a key worker and you're much appreciated. The network, you call it, the greater community appreciates you quite a lot. You're a key worker, mate.
Crack of jokes.
I know, man. So, oh God, just give a wee bit of sanitizer, mate.
Oh, are you doing it? I'm
doing it.
Is this a special bottle for me as well?
Ah, you've got a bigger one, mate.
Bigger horns.
Aye.
Bigger horns, mate. Bigger horns. Bigger horns and soaked melody. Soaked.
Listen, it's good for the soul, mate, to get a wee bit of water.
Definitely good for the soul. Something good 6.
I'm just
Definitely good for the soul.
Just looking here, orange, pink, grapefruit, lemon zest. It's not too lemony at all. It's just like a tiny hint.
It's the
of
drop
zest
after
there.
it. It's whatever the lemon drop, lemon zest is. It's very, very subtle, but you can taste it. It does take the edge. Makes it the citrus that you were expecting, maybe. Love it.
I like these.
Absolutely love it.
See these. I've noticed this happens quite a lot with these breweries. They do like to do a kind of evolve it, just wee bits and bits and bits at a time. And I do like them when they do that, because obviously I'm assuming the flavour does improve. I would actually quite like to try the other Something Goods. Haven't drank this. This is number 6.
Yep.
Don't mind be getting that. Where did you pick these beers up for this week, mate?
Again, we've just went local. We got a selection of Dom at Coalship and Neil at the wee beer shop. So just usual boys are going for the sort of big breweries. been to a few other places, just local corner stores, SAS stores and Key Store again, for my usual carry-outs, but there were good selection of beers in these places as well. I noticed that SAS are doing Overton.
Aye,
full range.
Aye, brilliant.
Full range.
Fantastic.
And not crazily priced either, you know,
Yeah.
but nicely priced.
No, that's good,
we're actually very lucky for where we stay. Like the whole south side of Glasgow is beginning to boom with places that are selling it and understand that people want to try different things, so it's really good at the moment. Especially given the connection we've got with Neil at Wee Beer Shop and with Dom at Colshire. Just really easy to interact and get what you want. They've both got really big web presences. Neil especially at the Wee Beer Shop, he's really moving forward with the whole web things. If you actually look at his website, it tells you who's buying what, at what times, and it's amazing where he's shipping to. He's shipping all over Britain now.
Anytime I go on, it just says Brenny bought this, Brenny bought that, Brenny bought that.
Well, we fellas, I think Neil would disagree with that.
No,
me pester Neil for freebies, which he has given us. We'll give you the shout out for that as well, Neil, later on the podcast when we're reviewing the deeper you gave flung in for.
That's much appreciated.
Thank you as ever.
And we will be using some of your images for your Twitter, etc. as well, Neil as well. So I hope you don't mind us ripping that off. So mate, Cheltenham, right? Can I tell you a wee Cheltenham story?
Of course you can.
So my introduction to Cheltenham was every year, obviously the festival, you know, the World Cup of horse racing. As you know, I love my jumps racing. So we'd always get together with the boys at work and we'd just basically normally take the week off. I would get a half day, but we'd normally take the week off. We'd go and sit in the pub. So it led to us actually going down to Cheltenham last year, mate. What a time it was, man. It was myself, Hendy, Marco Bullock. What a punter this guy is. He's got Marco never ever has a loser, right? He backs the top weight and he backs the bottom weight. And he obviously backs everything on him in the middle and all, right? Because he never ever loses, Marco. Only joking, Marco is a good punter, and classic Downey was there as well. So we went down to Cheltenham. Downey and Marco had get tickets for the VIP. So me and Hendy were in the cheap seats. Hendy had a bit of a cold actually that day. So this was on the Thursday of the festival, so it was the kind of ladies' day. So I'm with that to Hendy. I'm like, listen, what's good for a cold is a cognac. So we went back to this bar and we decided, right, if we get a winner here, we're going to have to replicate this for the rest of the day. You know how superstitious I am. Yeah. So we've done that, right, went down. I've had a decent bet, Defy Desire, it's only gone and stoated in. I'm like, right, Hendy, come on, we need to get back up, man. I get the next 3 winners, man. See, by the time Downey and Marco came back, man, we were puckled, man. Because we had to have a cognac each, exactly the same. Plus, we were having a beer. I had no throat left at the end of it, but what a day it was, mate. It was fantastic. Next day, we hooked up with the boys for Carfin and the boys for Bailliston, who Hendy's big brother were with. It was a bus journey. I might actually put some of the footage on the. I don't know. I don't know about that because but we had all I will say is with a guy there, the irrepressible John Clark. He'll not be watching this, right? I'm not going to pelter this guy because if I pelter him, man, he will pelter me forever, man. My life won't be worth living. Yeah, anyway, talk chat for John Clark, and obviously a big shout out to Big Mooney, one of our fellow YouTubers. Over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube is Big Money. He was there as well. That was good. Get a bit of done, and the Captain Willie as well. But anyway, again, I keep saying this, but it was one of the best weeks of my life. Going down to Cheltenham, we went and watched it over in the sun this year as well. But I just wanted to get in that. We shout out to the box. Yeah. Well, you got a winner as well. You got a winner. So I was the King of Cheltenham in 2019, and in Spain this year, Hendy was the King of Cheltenham over in Manilva. We watched it over there, and a big shout out to his big brother as well for the digs, which were superb. So sorry about that, mate.
No, good stuff.
Have to mention Cheltenham.
No, it's good. It's good. Every brewery we've done so far, we've got good stories about them.
We have indeed.
Mine's is a bit more boring. I'll not bore us with it yet, but it will be a bit more boring. But I've been to Cheltenham once in an industrial estate outside. I'll leave that story for later.
I'm looking forward to it.
Right, to get the
Aye, let's get the score, man.
So something good 6. I'm really liking it. I think its description does everything it should. Would I session it? I don't think I would. Would I buy it again? Definitely. I don't think I'd be brave enough to session it. I don't think my palate would be able to cope with citrus. But I definitely have 1 or 2 throughout a session, and confidently enjoy it, probably share them. And for that reason, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 as well.
Consistent there. Nice scoring. I'm with you on this. 6.2%. I'm not going to session that. It's going to have to take a really, really nice beer for me to session it at that kind of strength. Buy again, absolutely, because it is, as I said, very thirst quenching. I like the balance. The balance is perfect on that. I don't know what's happening here, man. Have I been taking the Brenny pills here and I'm scoring high this week?
No.
What's going on?
I think you're scoring as you see it.
Aye, I'm going to give it a 7.25, which again is quite high for me. But I didn't enjoy it as much as the Tappy Pills, but it was still a thoroughly enjoyable IPA.
Aye, I really enjoyed it. Another cracking drop.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So our third beer of tonight, and it is our third beer, and it was a wee bit of a mini take, wasn't it? A wee mini retake there. So you're missing the on that, but it's sometimes, and it's a 4.8%, and it's a crispy yet juicy pale ale, utilising Idaho 7 Simcoe and Brew 1 hops. 4.8% we said. They're on the website for a 6-pack at 21 bangers. So it's not a cheapie, this one. But actually,
at the end of the day is, but I mean, that's as we've discussed it.
There we go. That looks good. That does look good.
So it's a pale ale.
Yeah. I mean, must admit, we've had the pale ales before. Probably not my most favourite style. But let's give it a go, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that is that's crisp again. Seems to be a crispy selection that we've bought tonight. Now Idaho, here we go. Right now, I know we're going to get a crash course, and obviously you've got a wee bit of knowledge about it yourself. But Idaho 7 Simcoe and Brew 1 hop. So I'm actually looking forward to find out about these wee things, about the processes, etc. And it's a bit a vegan friendly beer as well.
It seems as if quite a lot of their beers are vegan friendly.
Aye, that's quite good. Aye, fair play. I actually quite like it in terms of the other pale ales that we've tried. I can't remember even what they were called, those previous ones. It's quite it's a wee bit it's a wee bit citrusy, isn't it?
It's juicy.
Aye.
Juicy.
Aye, it's
juicy rather than citrusy, but there's definitely juice in there.
It's really easy to drink, that one as well. It's like again, quite refreshing. It's 4.8. I can kind of taste that. It tastes a wee. Oh man, it does taste a wee bit like an IPA. See, IPA, right? Does that mean is it India pale ale?
It's the way they brewed it originally. It's shipped so it would last longer, as far as I'm aware, and that's why it's different. But I think this is fresher. Well, it should be fresher.
Right.
So you wouldn't have the sort of travelling of that IPA, whereas
right.
they make this IPA stronger, so it would travel better. As far as I'm aware, that's what the sort of history of it was.
Yeah.
It's certainly lovely. I mean, that's that. If we're going to go on with a session, that's a definite. I would definitely session that. It's right on my palate. I really like that. I really like it. I just don't think you like pale ales, mate. I think that's your problem.
I'm trying to. I want to give it a go. Out of all the pale ales we've tried so far, it's probably my favourite. The thing is though, I don't know, maybe I've just got that predetermined thing that I'm not going to like a pale ale, for example, as much as a Pilsner, or one of the sour type ones.
Aye, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do you know what I mean? It's just how it is. It's
just your opinion and your palate, isn't it?
Aye, but at the same time, there's a whole thing about Bruce or Copenhagen basically calls out, like he says, over there, everything gets called an IPA.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what people expect, because that's the end thing. So, for them to call it a pale ale and make a pale ale, because it is, I mean, it's like, there isn't the real hoppiness that you get with an IPA. So that's obviously the difference in how it is. But as a total, to me, that's a refreshing, crisp, juicy beer.
It's invigorating. It is. The other thing as well, maybe this is me, I do like it sometimes. There's a nice, I always find with the pale ales that there's not really an aroma off it.
Yep.
And I don't know if I just like the wee, the kind of the sense that it gives you.
The whole overload.
I like the sight, the whole.
Well, I think this is exactly what the difference is, which is this is very. I mean, you don't want to. I think that's as invigorating and as nice as what the Tappy Pils was, in a totally different way.
Aye.
The Pilsner's obviously like a crisp German, whereas that is a more traditional pale ale you would find brewed locally, do you know what I mean, and drink locally. And to me, it's lovely. I really like it actually. I like it. It's
I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's not. Would I buy that again? Oh, you know, if it was to share, or if it was somebody that maybe never was looking for maybe one that never had a nice easy palate, a nice kind of easy to drink.
I could session that in a bar.
No, I
could session that in a bar and be happy sessioning it because it's really, really on top of where I like.
You like
beers.
everything, but you like.
I do like everything. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do like everything. I mean, I like beer. I'm not that fussy. So I mean, but I like it in the sense that I could sit there and drink more it without a doubt. I wouldn't even be doubting that. To me, that's not even a sharer. That would be just sitting back and have a few of them. And I'm going to admit, I've actually got a couple of them in the fridge.
Oh man!
I've got a couple of them in the fridge back home that I picked up off Neil the other week. But
you're lucky.
Neil would actually message me saying that he's got the Something Good 7 coming on Thursday. He's also got the new one Glue and one called Saturated in Simcoe. So if our schedules had worked better, we could have been trying really fresh beer.
Yeah.
So there might be an element of that in it as well. Remember?
Aye, there could be.
Although there should be a canned date on that. I'm pretty sure there will be. Yep. So I think that was canned. That's canned in the 14th of July this year.
Oh, aye.
I mean, so we're talking fresh. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. It's fresh. It's still valid until 14th of January 21. So I mean, we're talking, it's as fresh as it's ever going to be, as we're going to get it, unless we get into the brewery in Cheltenham, which I'm pretty sure we will at some
Yes,
point.
we will do. I think they've got
I've
got a tap room down there as well, which we're going to try it.
We'll go down and actually sample the tap room.
They'll probably not let me in if I don't. It's listen. I think what I will say. Listen, you can see that I've drank it and it's very, very, very easy to drink.
I think that's lovely.
It's fresh.
So far, that's my beer of the night. I'm going to be honest with you. That's my beer of the night so far. And I tend to do the more beer of the week than whatever. So I midway point on a six beer session.
I know, a 6 beerer.
A 6 beer is a longer one this week.
It is indeed. Right. So sometimes
it's been one of these starts to the week.
I know. Listen, we've only got a couple of days left, mate. So sometimes pale ale for me, I probably would buy it again. I'm not just saying that. I would buy it again. I'm not going to session it purely because I'm not the kind of guy that's probably going to session a pale ale. If somebody said to me they're looking for a beer with maybe a lighter body, and I would say maybe pale ale could be forward. So I wouldn't put you off.
I think that would be a great way to definitely.
Score wise, for me, it's not as strong as a Pilsner or the Something Good 6. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 for me, mate.
Okay, well, I would session it. I would definitely buy it again. I've actually got a few cans there because I do actually quite like the pale ales, and I am going to score it my beer of the week so far. In anticipation of the other ones we've still got to come, I'm going to say a 7.5 for me.
That's good. You're very consistent in your scoring tonight, mate.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
you can tell when I've not been out on
Just as well we've saved the strongest one. See, by the end of the night, are you going to be giving 9s out of 10s and 10s out of 8?
I'll be the last one to come with my beer of the week, you know what I mean? That'll be it. That'll be it.
So
you want my boring story about Cheltenham?
aye, go on then.
So I used to work for an organisation, it was a civil service organisation. I had to, part of my remit was to go down and basically sell services to organisations. And there was an insurance firm on the outskirts of Cheltenham. Exactly, this is how boring it is. I've told you this. So my day in Cheltenham was, I think I flew down to East Midlands. I don't think I could fly into Bristol, but I think I flew into East Midlands and got a hired car for East Midlands to the outskirts of Cheltenham to went in an industrial estate with this insurance firm. Gave a talk to the 20 or so people who were investigators who should be using their systems, and then left.
Brilliant, mate.
So that's as good as my Cheltenham story.
It can only get better.
Aye, yeah. Every time I get in there, it's going to be better than that, because it can't get any worse.
We'll be done in Cheltenham at some point, or if we'll not be in Cheltenham, we'll be somewhere watching the Cheltenham Festival, and we'll certainly be having a few beers, man.
Bristol's really close to Cheltenham, isn't it? Bristol's really
Ish, aye. It's about 40-50 mile. Birmingham was about the same again.
Well, it was East Midlands I flew into. It was definitely East Midlands I flew into them, because I'm pretty sure that was my carbon footprint offset with all my cycling and stuff. I was really disappointed myself. 2 planes and 2 hired cars in one day. It's ridiculous.
Well, we've had some vegan friendly beer there, mate, so
offset my carbon footprint there.
Yep, so sometimes.
Yep.
Cheers.
Sometimes all the time.
So this brings us on to our fourth beer of the night, which is a Giant Leap ESB. Got some information up about this. This is £21 for 6. It's a 5.5%. It's an ESB brewed with delicious combination of chosty malts, utilising English fuggles and goldings, hops on the hot side. An ESB with that touch of Deya Superb.
Big ups.
Right. Just looking their website again for this. We'll link to them in during it. Oh, this has got a bit of colour to it.
A wee bit of butter.
Aye.
A wee bit more butter this time.
Let's see.
Cheers.
Quite like the way it smells.
Aye,
I like this
you
one.
like that?
Aye, I do like this one, man. That's another invigorating one. I have to admit, we had a wee chat off camera there.
Yep.
About what actually an ESB was, and we had a wee bit of chat. We've obviously googled it, etc. Obviously there seems to be a well-known brand that seems to have claims on it, but that is not the way that I was expecting that to taste. It's so light. What is it, 5.5%?
Yep.
I don't know what English fuggles and goldings hops are, so I'm not going to kid on that tastes like it, but I really like that. It's so light. I'm again at 5.5%. Every beer we try, I'm like, why is that so strong?
Yep.
You can't really taste it.
Yep.
It's so light. There's not a lot of aftertaste to that at all either. That's just really, really light tasting to me.
I think they managed to give themselves their own big up with the Deya Superb.
Aye.
They're not missing themselves there. No, that's lovely.
See,
it would be the sort of thing I would go for if I was going for a pint with my dad. My dad likes the darker beers.
Mm-hmm.
He likes the more traditional 80 shillings and stuff.
Aye.
Sort of Scottish terms.
Aye, your Belgavens.
Aye. He's more a Green Mantle man back
Right,
in the day.
okay.
probably now a subsidiary of Belhaven, whatever, but I could see myself and my dad drinking that together in the pub.
That's brilliant, man.
Because it's got that sort of homely sitting about, taking your time, chewing the fat, reminiscing.
It's almost like a wee bit.
Getting lectured.
Is it smoky? I really like that. It's light. I was expecting it to be a lot more full-bodied, so I'm amazed at the lightness of it. I just had this with the word brew gives me I mean,
There's no, there is. It's not what I would have imagined it to be.
It's not, is it?
I was expecting more traditional bitter. So even darker. I mean, if you actually look at the colour of that, it's very light for what I thought we were getting. I was expecting a much darker beer, a much richer beer, but it is, for what I was expecting, it's a lot lighter.
It's a lot. I mean, it's darker than other ones we've tried tonight, but it's. You'd expect it to be kind of dark brown.
They're sort of heavy.
Like Pennant Special type 80 shilling type look. No, but it's really good. I'm surprised at actually how much I'm enjoying that. While we're on the subject as well, obviously, Deya, do you want to subscribe and do you want to like to the channel? Sorry,
I'm pretty sure folk shouting them all to get at me.
Well, that is really good. Aye, that's good. I'm just having a look at this information again.
So pretty limited. It is pretty limited what they're saying on it.
Aye.
And I do get what they're saying on the hot side. You know, there's that maybe a spice to it.
Aye, it's just a hint of smokiness. Aye, isn't there?
Aye, there will be.
It says on the website it's 5.5, but on the labelling on the website it says 5%. On the can it says 5.5%. The more you drink it has got that kind of heavy kind of taste. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, a little bit like yourself, I do like, now and again, getting a wee pint of heavy. The old traditional pint of heavy you'd have, everybody used to drink heavy. I can remember the pubs, when I was standing outside the pubs going to the Fitbar. And you'd be that, everybody would be drinking, I don't know if it was Tennent's or McEwen's, what's it, is it McEwen's Export? My mate Steph actually, man, all he drinks is McEwen's Export. I didn't realise how strong, that's quite a strong beer for a kind of high street kind of cheap one, but he likes that. But that's so much better.
It's lovely.
It's not, I'm not comparing it to McEwen's Export.
It's a giant leap in the tastes.
Oh!
There's a giant leap in the tastes. It's completely different from everything we've tried tonight. And I think they've left their own branding of it and their own talking of it with exactly how I wasn't expecting it. Deya superb. I quite like that. I quite like the fact that they're bumming it up, and I quite like the fact that I like it a lot.
That I could think of loads of people I would recommend that beer to straight away that I know would love that beer. And then you've got people that maybe like myself anyway that maybe only has a heavy now and again. Actually, I think that's cracking, man.
I'd be loath to call it heavy. It's just a darker beer than what we've been calling it, and I know that our automatic is to go down the road of calling it what we know is a default.
And
the ESB suggests it should be a bitter. I'm not really getting any bitterness.
No, there's no bitterness at all. There's no bitterness at all to that.
And it's one of those ones I think would maybe be finish half.
Aye, I could have a pint of that easily.
Easily.
Watching a Fitbar.
One pint of it just, Bilko.
No, I could have a couple of pints of that. Definitely, it's a very easy to drink. I would say it's is it a rest? It's not overly refreshing. It's just a nice, well-rounded. But it's so. I'm sorry for saying it, but it's light. To me, that's quite light. And I was expecting it to not be light. I was expecting it to be
a lot darker
the kind of But again, that's not bad at all. Because that's a kind of pint.
Reminiscent of the Fitbar.
Yeah, it is, man. Going to the Fitbar, having a wee pint, as you say, with your dad, whatever,
your family,
the boys, your brothers, etc., and just chilling out. So we're going to move on to the Scold dish.
I love it. And it's my beer of the night so far. Would I session it? Definitely. With a bit again, definitely.
Agreed, yeah.
And I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Good stuff, mate.
Jumping up the scales.
Do you know something? When I seen the selection, I thought, I'm not going to like that one.
But I with the pale ale. You weren't a fan of the pale ale, just by your...
I wasn't a huge fan of pale ale, no. But that is a superb beer. It's really like what I really like in a beer is that lightness. It's a real beer, that for me. and I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10 as well. It's my beer of the night as well.
Super.
So that's mega kudos for a giant leap.
So the last beer of the night is Back to Earth, which is a deeper. It's a juicy deeper, and it's using their in-house style Citra BBC, Idaho 7 and Galaxy hops. So let's get this cracked.
8%.
8%. Big hitter for last. Yep. Big hitter for last. Nothing wrong with that, Bilko. Nothing wrong with that. Could be a round off another good
session.
Evening on a podcast.
Cheers,
it's another one where
I can definitely smell the strength on that. It smells fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's got a kick.
We should note actually, this was one that was thrown in. So as you're probably aware, we get quite a lot of supplies for the wee beer shop and from Coleshire. This is one that the wee beer shop threw in, just as a wee thank you to us and for our custom, which is always nice. It's always nice. Neil down there does that. So thanks very much for that, Neil. And let's be honest, it's not disappointing.
It's not disappointing at all, man. I'll be in to see you soon, Neil.
That is obviously as the night goes on. You've got a danger of running away with it, but that is an absolutely juicy deeper.
That is juicy.
I mean, that is 8%, and there's no hint of that at all. And it was just the whole citrus juice. The Idaho 7 and Galaxy. Galaxy is quite a familiar hop that's been used in loads of beers I've tried through the ages. And you're really getting a sense of how it's such a well-rounded beer. I mean, that's just so...
That's maybe why they've called it Back to Earth, mate. Maybe they're returning from the Galaxy back to Earth. Possibly. They've got a wee bit of a space age thing going on. They had that giant... was it a giant leap for mankind?
Well, there's a giant leap, and that was a bit that we've just reviewed.
But that is a fine dipper. I'm
enjoying that. I mean, that's a couple of sips down, and it's already just get down. I quite like the crocodile vibe that they've got going out through the sort of thing. Or alligator, I'm not sure. How would you tell the difference?
I don't know, it's snappy, isn't it?
Snappy tatty pills and
I looked at the can
good.
And actually thought it was called Juicy Dipper, then I realised Back to Earth. Although I think after maybe 3 or 4 of these, man, I think I'd be going into space. That's a share.
I think if you 3 or 4 of them, Bilko, we'll be getting the defibrillator.
Aye, it would be. Yeah, but no, that's a good gin again, man. Freebie, always good as well. We will touch. We actually did lose a recording. Let's be honest. It was a typical. It wouldn't be a podcast if we didn't make a message, because we actually reviewed Break Me Into Little Pieces, which suddenly disappeared from our recording. Aye.
But
these things happen, don't they?
These things happen.
You know.
But the Back to Earth is making up for that.
Yeah, indeed.
I'll
give you a wee cheers on this actually, because again, I've touched on this so many times, and are we being repetitive or are we just being honest? 8%, he just doesn't get it. You've got the respect for it when you see the strength. I personally do anyway. But see, just having a wee share of something like that with your mate.
I think that's the big thing. We have to know that some of the beers of the week we've had previously, and let's not kid ourselves, we've gone for good breweries. You know, Overtone, Track, and now on to Deya. You know, I mean, it's not as if we're going for, it's not as if we're just trying to find, these are the best hype brewers locally and in each city. Do you know what I mean? New age, whatever you want to call it, craft scene.
Yeah.
You know, these are the guys that are getting all the rave reviews.
Yeah.
You even look on Untapped and stuff like that. These are the ones that are the most popular. So we're setting our stalls high.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll come back and bite us at some point, no doubt. When I start reviewing, when I start doing some of the supermarket reviews we'll be going for later on the podcast.
Aye.
I'll say this is my favourite beer that costs.
Aye.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think the other thing is you start. We've tried to run it with the ABV and the taste and colour.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes I think you as well get in with the big hitter first.
Aye, possibly. Yeah.
Because then you're reviewing it cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As opposed to what we're doing, which is we're reviewing the biggest hitter ABV at the end, and the two are already Tuesday night in Glasgow, enjoying ourselves. But don't get me wrong, I think we're fair on the scoring.
I think we're fair on the scoring as well.
I don't think we get carried away with the scoring.
Oh, again, but it all comes down to the palate. You don't as well. I mean, the way we've been doing it is we don't want to sit and do like 3 IPAs in the trot. I think you're not giving the respect to the lagers or the beers by doing that.
Yeah.
I think by mixing it up with the flavours, etc., helps us give a more balanced score. But this is it's a
lovely.
Man.
We use the word lovely far too often. Mm-hmm. But I think that sort of sums it up as in how much you actually enjoy drinking something, and that's good down. That's good down. I'm old to say it again, but I will say it again. Lovely. It's a lovely drop. It just flows. It flows.
It does,
and it's easy to drink. Considering there's an 8%.
It's an 8%, man. It's an 8%, man. I mean, if I had like 2 cans of that, man, I'd be on the verge of being stocious, man.
And quite rightly so, because you'd have drank what are these cans for 40? So you'd have drank close. No, they're 500ml.
Are they?
500ml. So you'd have drank a litre of 8%. So I've seen you in a boat of buck.
Oh, mate, Buckfast, come on, man. Jeez, they would come out they would work with that, man. But I'm telling you, that's good. What is interesting as well is on their website is they don't sell it. It doesn't look as if they sell it individually. They sell it as part of a 6-pack with glue and sometimes, which I believe the boys have got some glue and sometimes in it.
I think we beer shop is getting a delivery of the Something Good 7. So we are reviewing Something Good 6.
Yeah.
So they're getting Something Good 7. They're getting glue, and what was the other one? There was another one, something over Simcoe. So saturated in Simcoe, I think was the other one that we're getting. I think that drops on Thursday. So if you're lucky, you might be able to still see and get some of that stock off the wee beer shop come this release on Friday. But it's back to earth, certainly bring me back to earth.
It's good, man. I
was anywhere else, but
I mean, the good thing is as well, mate. I mean, sorry, did you want me to that?
No.
Too late. But
I'll wake up for another ones I've finished half on.
Aye. True, man. True. So, I don't think what else would to say tonight, man. I want to give Dom another wee shout out as well. I mean, it was Dom that said arguably Deya was arguably the best brewery in the UK right now. I can kind of see, because if you look at the way they've got a massive selection and it's constantly evolving. The branding's phenomenal. But is it as good overall as the other ones we've passed? I mean, my scores are actually very high tonight. They are very high. I've had one bad score, and the rest have been kind of, I don't know, quite high. Are we going to move on to the scoring on this one?
Go for it.
Session, obviously, no. Anyway, I'm assuming you're going to be a no. Are you going to be an aye?
I'd have 1 or 2 of them.
Right, okay.
I'd have 1 or 2 of them. I don't think I would session it. I would stretch to another one back to back.
Aye.
But I wouldn't be going more. I don't think empty would serve me.
Absolutely, exactly, man.
I don't think empty would serve me more than 2. I think it would be one of the ones, Bilko. But would I buy again? Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. It's a great beer. It's quite simple in its style. But,
score wise, I'll go on first.
Yep.
I can't believe I'm giving that yes. Well,
I can believe you. You loved that beer.
I love that beer.
That was your favourite beer.
And I want.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And I'm enjoying this as well. I'm just looking at the context and my other scores tonight, and I think that I'm going to give this a solid 7.25 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give it, which is quite bold.
7.25 out of 10.
Yeah. Now bear in mind that's...
Do you love your percentages? So.
I don't like to commit, mate. I don't like to go ball deep and... You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate that. And I'm so... Well, ESB's my beer of the night, innit? So far.
At the moment.
He's touch and go. He's touch and go with that. I think I might have a joint winner this week. I think I might have a joint winner.
See, this is why you do the fractions.
No.
So
because I like the ESB as well. I really did like the ESB. I could see myself sessioning the ESB. But as a one-off beer, thinking a couple of cans of it. Oh, yeah, if you can get the whole like
Are we invigorating beer? This one.
Fair range up.
It's an invigorator, innit?
It does fair range up.
So you're going to give that an 8?
Yes, I'm going to give it the same as the ESB.
Same as the ESB, that's 8 out of 10, so that's quite bold.
Yeah. I've got a split loyalties in it.
Yeah,
split loyalties in it.
So, have we got the cans there? You've got the can there for the back there. And I think, there's not going to be no arguments tonight. I think we're going to agree. We're going to be quite happy here. The giant leap, man.
Giant leap. And
get the visuals up, so we'll be back soon, won't we?
Back for another.
Aye, please like, please subscribe.
Share.
Yep, share. Tell everybody, take the piss. Excuse my language.